back and laughed. As I pulled my knees up to my chest, I looked at Walker and shook my head. You don't think it has anything to do with the fact that he caught you getting people to place bets on the horses, do you? Walker gave me that smile that had been melting my heart for years as he sat next to me. I'd learned to cover up my true feelings for him, but he still did things to my insides.
Liza, can I ask you something?
I shrugged and said, Of course you can. You never have to ask that. He looked out the barn door.
Why haven't you ever dated anyone for very long?
His question totally caught me off guard, and I dropped my legs and sat up, clearing my throat. I don't know. I just want to be with that one person who, Walker was still staring off in the distance as he said,
Makes your heart stop beating?
He barely said. I stared at him. Yes.
I want the type of love that takes my breath away,
Walker said as he turned and looked into my eyes. Yeah, me too, I whispered as I looked away. What about you? Never found that one girl who makes your heart stop? I asked as I bumped his shoulder with mine. When he took my hand, I sucked in a breath and tried to contain the crazy feeling zipping through my body. As our eyes met, something happened. Something changed between us, and my heart slammed against my chest. Walker stood, pulled me up, and brought me close. When he placed his finger on my chin, his eyes landed on my lips, and I fought to hold in a moan. He leaned down and brushed his lips against mine. We shared that first kiss, slow yet full of passion. Our tongues danced, and we both moaned as Walker pulled me against his body. When he pulled his lips away, he whispered,
Promise me something.
I swallowed hard and whispered back, Anything. Walker looked into my eyes and smiled.
Wait for me, Liza.
I smiled. Okay.
Say it, Liza,
Walker said. I tried desperately to ignore the feeling of him pressing himself into me as I said, I promise, Walker. I'll wait for you.
Liza, are you listening to me?
Keith asked as he nudged my leg. I shook my head and chuckled. Sorry, I was just thinking.
Ah, my deep thinker, always lost in thought. What were you thinking about this time? A wedding, perhaps?
Keith had asked me to marry him last December when I went home with him to meet his family. It was the first Christmas I wasn't home with my own family, and the first Christmas I hadn't seen Walker. I chewed on my lip, like I always did. It was a nervous habit I'd picked up years ago, and it drove my father crazy. Just wondering what this summer will hold for me, I said. For us. Keith shook his head and sighed.
Liza, when are you going to give me an answer? I feel like I've been pretty damn patient, considering the fact that you turned me down in front of my entire family.
I looked out the window. Keith and I had been dating since the spring semester of our freshman year. Walker and I had decided over Christmas that year that there was no way we could make a relationship work when we were going to separate schools. It took Walker until the next year to start dating. I'd always felt guilty that I'd moved on faster. You told me I had until the end of the summer, Keith. You promised. Keith grabbed my hand and kissed the back of it. I couldn't help but smile when I looked at him. Keith and I met through a mutual friend at a party. The moment I looked into his hazel eyes, I longed to run my fingers through his messy, dark blonde hair. He was just under 6 feet tall and played soccer. His body was amazing. I longed to unbuckle my seatbelt and kiss him. I closed my eyes and pushed my wandering thoughts away.
I know I told you that, and I'm sorry, Liza, he said. I just don't understand why this is so hard for you. You either want to marry me or you don't.
I inhaled and let my breath out slowly. We'd been having this argument since Christmas Eve. Keith, all I've ever wanted is to teach elementary school in Llano. It's hard to just walk away from a dream. He let go of my hand and ran his fingers through his hair.
It shouldn't be hard if you're doing it for love. You can teach in Dallas, baby. There are hundreds of schools. You want more space? We'll move to the suburbs. I'll move wherever you want.